YouTube, am I live? If you can tell me I'm live, YouTube, I can start the Watchman's Hour. I am definitely live. Okay, so I'm live here. Let's go live here on TikTok. And then we start the show officially live when we're on Instagram. There we go. Bright as fuck. Everybody help me to like and share the live. Mira, don't make so much sound. Hi, everyone on TikTok. Hi, everyone on YouTube. Help me to like and share the live, please. Good morning, Danielle. Good morning, Lisa on YouTube. Danielle, do your work on Insta on TikTok for me. Lisa, do your work on YouTube for me. I was pasting the title. Stupid thing. Nope, won't paste the title. Let's try a shorter title. Everybody like and share the live. Okay, here we go. I want everyone on today's live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Watchman's Hour with Roshan Melwani. I believe this is episode 26. Who the hell thought we'd get to 26 episodes? I remember how much I was derided by the few friends that I had left. Remember, I shed a lot of friends over the course of the last couple of years, especially this last year, especially these last 6 months. Someone says I fell off. I really doubt that. Actually, I'm absolutely killing it right now. I'm killing it on all fronts. And I'd love to tell you more and more and more and more about it and stuff. I wanted to print something out, but I forgot to print it out to show you. I'm going to print it out very quickly. So instead, just hang on for 1 second. See if we can get this printed out. DOM. Mira, I'm going to need your help a second. Mira? Let's see, share. Let's see if we can print it. What do I print it? Here we go. Print. Print in color. Okay, print. That's going for print. Okay, I'm back here now instead. So I've had another amazing week. Goodness me. Now, can I have you all like and share the live? Last night, I went for dinner to Gaylord Indian restaurant. It's been around for more than 50 years. And I realized one thing. I took a client with me. I'll talk more about the client in a second. I realized that I've been going to that restaurant as a child with both my parents who are now divorced. Okay. Been to that restaurant, my sisters who don't live in Hong Kong. I've been to that restaurant with both sets of grandparents, meaning my dad's parents and my mom's parents. I've been to that restaurant with my dad's wife, my stepmother. I've been to that restaurant with my in-laws, with what's left of them. Okay. I've been to that restaurant now. I took Carrie Lam there. She was our former chief executive. She's the one who made me a justice of peace here in Hong Kong. I've been to that restaurant with the United States Consulate General of Hong Kong and his wife, the outgoing one. I think it's pretty amazing, right? That restaurant's been around for over 50 years. It's just absolutely incredible. Durji, मेरे को ये printed दे, print out दे, वो वाला, please. And For it to be going on for so long, it's brilliant. Now, when Art Friedland was in town, he's a great client of mine, I took him there. When I was doing some work a year or two ago with the Consulate General of Belgium, he's a great client of my father's. I took him there for lunch. He wanted my help with something, and I nailed what he needed. When Keith Sonderling, another great client of mine, he's worked for President Trump during President Trump's first presidency. Then he went to the private sector during Biden's presidency. Then he's rejoined President Trump's whatever the fuck it's called during his second presidency. When he was here, I took him there. I took a guy called Slush Muddy. I don't remember his name, Johnny something or another, great client of mine. If you guys were watching me during live streams, you would have seen I would take him there. You would have known this guy, and I took him there as well. And it is just such an amazing place. And I recently did a commercial for them. I think it came out on Sunday or Monday. Did you watch the short commercial? It features me. It features Saloni, Saria, Rian. You get a glimpse of everybody. And it features my client, Jeff, who was here yesterday shopping again. Jeff has worked with Apple for over 15 years. Apple is a huge company. Apple as in Apple, iPhone, Apple and stuff. So I had a great night that night. Now, I always try to take my children to these client dinners. And the reason is engagement. Now, I had a client dinner a couple of weeks ago where two clients from the United States, one is a Venezuelan, one is a Puerto Rican, and another client from the United States who's white as white. He can't remember where he lives, but he lives in a white as white area and stuff. And I took him to a very flash restaurant called Akon. I'm talking about super flash. Super flash, you mean? Fucking bling like me. You like my bling? And Sari and Rian came. Serena didn't come that night. Serena didn't come last night. And I remember as a child, right, my parents would take me out to dinner with celebrities all the time. My father's always worked with celebrities, always worked with celebrities. And I don't know whether it was because I was their tail and I didn't want to sit home alone, or they're happy to take me out because I knew who the celebrity was and stuff. And from a very young age, I engaged with these adult people, with these celebrities, right? Now, off the top of my head, I went out with Jaws. I don't remember the guy's real name. Jaws, who played Jaws in James Bond. I went out with Lou Ferrigno, who was the original Hulk. Do you remember the Incredible Hulk? I went out with Lou Ferrigno. I used to bodybuild alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger. And, I went out with Roberta Flack once. Do you guys know who Roberta Flack is? I went out with Kylie Minogue once. You obviously know who Kylie Minogue is, right? These are incredible things at either single digit or low double digit age. All right. When my mom left when I was 11. So all those dinners that we had or lunches that we had with clients were in single digit age. And these were celebrities that were on television or in the movies, or they were singing fucking all over the place at concerts. And I engaged with these people. Of course, I was shy around Kylie because she was a woman and I was only maybe 12 years old, right? But with Lou Ferrigno being the Hulk, oh my God, he was the Hulk. I couldn't help talking away and stuff. And now my kids, they're 16, 14, 13, but Serena doesn't come to anything, right? I hope that, my clients, I always tell my kids beforehand, engage with these people, engage with whoever I take you out with. Okay, I'm not taking you out with celebrities right now, but you met enough celebrities in the store. But the people I take you out, these clients, now, I've told you, you know me, I've shed all my friends. I'm only keeping CR7 friends. Do you know what is, can I ask a question? Can anybody answer? What is a CR7 friend? Anybody? What is a CR7 friend? Anybody? Third time. What is a CR7 friend? Anybody? Nobody knows what the fuck is CR7, right? Well, all of you are fucking Americans here, right? Dumb as fuck. Okay? Yes. Oh, you only keep your C-Ron-esque friends. Who is this? Kablooey? Tell me which country you're from. DV Sven, if you know why I'm not answering questions? I've said this before. You want me to answer your question? Say, my name is proper. Introduce yourself. I'm male or female. I live here. And what age? We established that a long time ago. Of course, a Swede would know what CR7 is and stuff. And I told you long ago, Tom, where are you from? That I shed all my friends and I will only keep CR7 level friends, right? Otherwise, it's just no point. Friends don't bring out any value to your life. So I tell my kids to engage with these people, talk with these people. Of course, at the start of every dinner with clients, my clients make an effort to ask them a few questions and my kids answer and stuff, but then it ends there. I wasn't like that. I try to engage as much, like I said, except for with Kylie Minogue, right? You know what I mean? I try to engage as much and really built me to be the person that I am now. I only look back recently because you guys have asked me so many questions about where did I get this confidence? Have I always been like that? etc and stuff, and I wasn't answering at the time, and I just said I don't know, I've just been like this, I can't remember, whatever. But I have been lucky enough to meet celebrities in the store, to go out with celebrities for dinner at a very, very, very young age, and I guess it shaped me to be who I am now. The second thing that shaped me to be who I am now is that what I realized, what I've told you guys, right, the anecdote about the girl, right, is that if you're in a club and you like the girl and you don't go talk to her, you're not getting her, right? But if you go talk to her and even she regrets you, you're still in the same spot, right? So it's better to go and talk to the girl. So I've applied this to everything in my life. Like, if you want something, you go and do it. Try. If you fail, it's okay. Who's the second? We've got someone else on YouTube here who's very quiet. Would you introduce yourself? If you want something in this world, go ahead and try and get it. Because if you fail, okay, what happens if you fail? What happens if you fail? You end up in the same place without trying, right? So you have to go after everything that you desire. You really must go after everything that you desire. Because if you don't, then you're still in the same place, right? Where you're desiring something, but you're not going after it. So I've grown up being that way, right? And I always told you that, innately humans want to be the hero, and they don't have the guts to be so. I have the guts to be the hero, but if I'm scorned and not accepted as a hero, then I'll take the role as a villain. Okay. But I am going to be a starring cast member in my life. I am going to be a starring cast member in everything that I engage with. And that's just me. You know what I mean? I can't help myself. I want that from me. I want that for me. And I want it for my children. Okay. And even if they don't want it for themselves, that's fine. But they should at least try. They should at least try to be somebody. Okay. Until they realize maybe, hey, look, this is not for me. I want to be in fucking Finland and just read a goddamn fucking book. And that's cool. But before you make a decision like that, right, I want my kids, and I want all of you, and my advice to everybody is try to be somebody, okay? Because if you don't, you still end up in the same spot, a nobody. And there's no harm in failing as long as you fucking try. And that's pretty much it, all right? I'm being called out a lot for not being a pod bro or something. I don't know what's a pod bro. I don't speak your fucking language, bro. You mean, look at the way I fucking dress. You know what I mean? I think I dress like a fucking rock star. Okay. You may not like fucking Ed Hardy. You know what I mean? I bought this t-shirt maybe a dozen years ago, maybe more and stuff. Shows you how great shape that I keep in for so long. You may not like Trues. I'm totally into Trues and stuff. But that's the type of guy that I am. I mean, that is the type of guy that I am. And I wear suits 6 days a week. And then when I don't wear a suit, I dress like a rock star. And that's basically it. And that's me. I'm very, very, very true to myself. And I do try different things and so forth. But if something's not for me, it's not for me. But I don't discount anything. I always try different things. The latest suit I made was with 2 pleats. Okay. So I'm not someone who is not willing to change, not trying to change and stuff. But I'm also not someone who's desperate to change. I'm someone that's very comfortable. I mean, people say I'm very comfortable in my skin. I'm very comfortable in my everything. I'm comfortable in my aura. You know what I mean? Youngsters use this word aura. I don't know how you interpret it. When I walk, I feel my aura around me. Sometimes it's very big, right? I feel this air around me. It's my aura. Sometimes if I'm in a situation where I'm with all government people that are much older than me, or if I'm billionaires that are a lot older than me and stuff, or I'm with celebrities, you know what I mean, and I don't know them that well, my aura shrinks. I feel my aura shrink. But when I'm walking the streets and, people are asking me for selfies and stuff and whatever, or my horse is running, or if I'm, making a speech, I feel my aura grow. I feel it. I feel my aura. I mean, so that's why I say, I kind of stuff that people say to me, kind of advice that people give to me, it really, really doesn't affect me at all. Nothing affects me. Okay. Nothing affects me. And, I'm fucking proud of that. I really am proud of how strong I am. I really am proud of how thick skin I am. Now, having thick skin, I've said this before, doesn't mean that you're not hurting inside, right? But I swallow that hurt. I swallow that hurt and I move forward because I need to be somebody in this world. And why do I need to be somebody? It's threefold. What is that? Why are you giving me that? You want that? You want me to have it? Don't worry about it. I appreciate you though. Fuck, I forgot what I was saying. I want to be somebody for me. I want to be somebody because my father is somebody. Okay. I want to be somebody because my business is something. I want to be somebody for my kids so that they can say that my father is somebody. I want to be somebody for my kids so that they can try and be somebody. Whether they want to or not, they should at least try. And that's just the way I'm built. And I don't know, people call it narcissism. Do I sound narcissistic right now? People call it arrogance. Do I sound arrogant right now? I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to you guys honestly, right? The whole point of the Watchman's Hours, right, is to tell you, what's on my mind and stuff, and how I am and who I am, and so forth. And every episode is different. Every episode I have different sort of energy and stuff. And sometimes I get really, really riled up, and so forth. And I've been cancelled a ton of times, but I keep coming back, right? I'm the comeback king, right? I'm still here, right? I'm here. YouTube, TikTok, Insta. Am I still here? Right? How many times they cancel me? How many accounts I have to recreate? Right? So I don't even know the meaning of narcissism, arrogance, or whatever, right? I need petrol. Okay. That petrol can be rice, it can be cereal, it can be sugar, it can be tea with sugar, it can be a lot of coffee. Okay. All right. Or it can be my aura and how my aura feels that day. You know what I don't like? I don't like it that, sports people, like, say, American footballers, they're on the field and they're psyching themselves up so they can go out and make an interception or a big hit or a great block or an amazing tackle. That's good. That's respected, right? But me, I'm psyching myself up to be successful in life. And that's not a good idea. I'm not allowed to do that. I'm not allowed to psych myself up so to be successful in life. You've got to remember something, right? I have a shitload of employees, okay? Plus, I have a family, all right? An extended family, okay? I got a lot of bills to pay, you know what I mean? I got a lot of bills to pay, and every day you have to not necessarily redefine yourself unless something major comes along, but every day you have to evolve, and you have to evolve your aura, okay? You have to do it consciously and subconsciously. All right. People fly to Hong Kong. I think there's something that you're just not grasping. Okay. You just don't understand what the fuck I'm saying. All right. I think you're so stupid. It's incredible. Right. People are flying to Hong Kong. Every week I tell you who's flown to Hong Kong and stuff. Let's take a look at the numbers this week. Okay. We had another fucking great week. All right. So this week I had clients, and we're talking about multiple. I had multiple clients from the United States, a ton. A client from Belgium, so many German clients. I'm loving the Germans right now. A bunch of English clients. I had a couple of clients from Holland. I had a client from Saudi Arabia. I had a client from Finland. I had a client from Mexico. Okay. So there's another new bunch of names here. So let's take out USA and England. Let's take out Germany as well, because I mentioned it last week and the week before. But this week, new. Belgium is new. Saudi, I think we had 2 weeks ago. Holland is new. Finland is new. Mexico is new. I have a lot of clients, right? I explain this to my staff as well. My clients are flying into Hong Kong to see me, okay? To shop with me, to give me a lot of money, okay? They're depending on me to bring their vision to life. They're depending on me to recommend something to them that's going to work, that's going to create a lot of value in their wardrobe and give them a lot of utility. They're depending on me. They've flown in to see me, okay? I don't take that as pressure. I take that as responsibility. I take that as a win. I take that as an honor, a privilege, as a pleasure. My staff are always, staff, come here. All. My staff are in all of me. Okay? Staff! Fucking slow. I hate slow. Come stand over here. Face the cameras. Only 2 of you here? Where's Tarzan? Come here, show your face in the camera. Don't come until your face is in the camera. Client walks in.
Mhm.
I talk to the client 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
I understand the client everything.
Yeah.
Then I give the client to you.
Yeah.
And tell you what to do.
Yeah.
You love it.
Yeah.
You love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're at ease.
Yeah.
What do I say? I say whatever the customer wants, give to them.
Hmm.
Be a giver.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
You work with my father or uncle by your side when they're captaining. You're fucked. Yes or no?
Yes.
Tell the truth.
Yeah.
You feel like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know what to do. Can't be yourself.
Yeah.
But if I'm the captain, I make you free, right?
Yes.
I make you the artist.
Yeah.
What do I always say? If there's a problem,
Call me.
then you call me.
Yeah.
I'll fix the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, you be the artist
Mhm.
and you give my customers everything they want.
Yeah.
You
Full
treat
service.
them like fucking gods.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
What do you have to say hello, this, that? No. I break everything, right?
Mhm.
I do the full intro,
Mm-mm.
then I give to you.
Mm-mm.
Do my customers love me?
They do.
Do they love me?
All
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
They're in love with me, right?
Yeah.
100%.
Like I'm Shah Rukh Khan,
100%.
right?
Yes.
And we do it day after day,
Mm-hmm.
week after week, month after month, year after year. How many
Yep.
years you work for me?
16 years.
How many years you work for me?
12.
12 years.
Mhm.
And we do it, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's why we are the number one fucking tailor on the planet,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Am I a talent?
You are-
Am I a talent? So, I mean, I don't know why you bastards, and really you are bastards, okay? Whether it's the bastards that are watching and hitting now, or the bastards will comment after the fact, or the bastards who will comment on the clips, right? And I'm not responsible for the clips, right? You are bastards. The guys can psych themselves up on the field. Soccer guys, Harry Kane says, come, everybody come in for a huddle. You know what I mean? Jordan Henderson says, everyone come in for a huddle. Oh, the commentators there, like, yeah, great, he's psyching us up. The stadium there is psyching us up. I'm not allowed to psych myself up. I'm not allowed to psych myself up so I can succeed. I have responsibility, guys. I have responsibility to satisfy the people that are fucking paying me. ये सब दरवाज बंद कर. बहुत गौर है पैर, please, हाँ? मीरा, ये तीनों दरवाज बंद कर. You know what I'm saying? Do you understand what the fuck I'm telling you? So you can say whatever the fuck you want about me, judge me how the fuck you want, this, that, right? I have a responsibility. And I have to satisfy that responsibility in any means. I'm not lying, stealing, cheating, thieving, knifing, gunning, raping, murdering. Okay? I do what the fuck I got to do to make people happy. And that's it. I change a little bit every day. That's a tiny bit of evolution because I'm not stupid. You have to evolve. See, my father's stupid. He's not evolved. My uncle's stupid. He has not evolved. They have not evolved. And I can pivot dramatically when I have to. Like I did so during the pandemic. All right? And I know how to leverage everything that comes across my way. I buy a horse, becomes a 5-time winner. Even if it wasn't a 5-time winner, even won 0 times, I'd be fucking producing content from the tracks that go viral. Okay? And that's pretty much it. I cannot just sit around and wait for what the fuck God's going to give me or life's going to give me. And I cannot wait around like the Americans. What's the president going to give me? The welfare? What's the government going to give me? The stamps? What's the community going to give me? The stems? You know what I mean? I'm not that fucking guy. And if you don't like that guy, go fuck yourself. I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't care. It doesn't make a difference to me. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's no pain and hurt. I've been hurt and pained so much in my life, okay, by the people that mean the most to me, right? That the other stuff doesn't bother me as long as I achieve. That's all I give a fuck about. I give a fuck about achieving. That achievement is not for me, you dumb assholes. When will you realize that? That achievement is for the responsibility that I carry very heavily. I wouldn't say happily. Not anymore, because I don't work in a happy environment. I tell my father and uncle this, you know what I mean? My wife knows this. And my kids know this. I say my father and uncle are such assholes, such bullies, such dicks, right? That I don't work happily. I don't work happily. So I can only work heavily. I can only work heavily because I have to achieve, because I have bills to pay. I have people to feed. I have kids to teach. Okay. And I have a huge responsibility with these children. God blessed me with 3 pristine kids. No disease, no nothing at all, no disability, no thing. I'm so grateful. Okay? Now I've been blessed with these 3 kids. I need to equip them with all the tools I possibly can and know. Whether they utilize them or not. Me teaching them stuff is not me teaching them to be me, you dumb fucking bastards. You understand that? Me teaching them skills is not for me teaching them to be me or follow me. You know what I mean? Don't act stupid. Think before you bark. Think before you hate. Okay? Really. And no matter what you say to me and how you say it and stuff, I mean, I'm here. Bro didn't fall off. Bro fell off into the fucking sky. Bro's soaring. You know what I'm saying? Bro's gonna kill it. You can surround bro, throw mattresses and lock bro up. Bro's here. Bro ain't going anywhere. And I'm going to be a regular player on the global personality front. Always. Always. Whatever I accomplish, whatever I touch doesn't turn to gold. Whatever I touch, I find some way to gnaw at it. Whatever comes, I find some way to gnaw at it. Gnaw. Do you know what gnaw means? GNAW. What do they teach you in school in America? You know what I mean? Because I know they teach you the real normal stuff in school in England. Okay, I know that the reporters on CNN, okay, and I know the reporters on Fox News, they are educated. So I don't know about the rest of the fucking country. I know all the people who work for Congress and the big companies and the government, they're educated, but a lot big parts of the country, you don't know English. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that so many Americans don't know how to speak English properly. You know what I mean? I've given many lectures, especially to Chinese students here in Hong Kong, and I've always told them that English is a global currency. That it's not good enough to not speak English well. Because it is a global currency, it is the way to connect with people globally. You know what I'm saying? And then you've got half of America, especially young people, I mean, destroying the language. It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I find it vile, right? I really do. I'll be very frank with you. The pandemic made me fucking wrinkled. It made me bald, and it made me gray. Okay? I wasn't wrinkled, bald, or gray, or fucking blind till the pandemic came on. I took so much on my shoulders, okay, that it made me bald, wrinkled, blind, gray, okay? Luckily, I discovered the new Black Optical, which I've done a second sponsorship with now. So if you follow my son's account, Roshan Melwani, at Roshan Melwani, very clean account, you will notice that we have struck another sponsorship deal with the new Black Optical. Now, the new Black Optical is the #1 optical boutique in Hong Kong, a full-service optical boutique, okay? Very high-end full-service optical boutique. And you can order from them virtually as well. You don't have to be in Hong Kong and stuff. And they've got the most amazing glasses. And I put out a video everywhere. And it's about 5 minutes long. I hope you all, when we're done today, will watch it. My initial experience. I hope you will go to Roshan Melwani's account at Roshan Melwani on Instagram and follow him and watch a post. And there's more content to come up, a lot more content. I recently did something different. I posted an arc of episodes, 7 short videos with a South African girl who's about 24 years old. Have you all watched it? Have you all watched all 7 episodes? Have any of you caught any of the episodes? The videos have done very, very well. Obviously, she's a woman, and I cannot touch her, nor do I want to. She's also a very attractive woman. At least for me, she's very attractive. I'm very attracted to her. She's also a woman who bought a lot of clothing from me. She's also a woman who's very comfortable with me, obviously. Okay? Otherwise, she wouldn't act in the videos with me. Have any of you seen it? Okay? And if you haven't, go back and watch it. And it is her charm and humor and my charm and humor going up against each other. Okay. And I think it's awesome because it's completely unscripted. And she plays her. She doesn't veer from being her. And I play me. And I hold myself back from being me. Trust me. I hold myself from back from being me when I'm around women. Okay. Because I'm an old school guy. But if you haven't seen these 7 episodes, go to Sam Sailor Hong Kong. All right. On Instagram. And they're all there. And nobody except for Daniel and Lisa have said yes, they watched all 7 episodes. Nobody's even said that they watched even 1 episode. But I did this for something different. I had all the content and I put it out on a daily basis. And I did something very, very, very different. And it got a ton of views and a ton of comments. So I was wondering if any of you guys have seen it. You've watched 4 Cook. Can you introduce yourself, country, age, sex? Then I will answer your question. Daniel, you remember to block the people as well who talk garbage. Lisa, you do the same, please. So I got really good success from that, and I might try something like that again. But today on Sam Sailor Hong Kong and on TikTok, I posted an incredible video of me with a woman and her family watching, and you guys must go and watch that video because it is absolutely fucking hilarious. What's your real name, Kablooey? So I mean, I continue to kick ass all day, every day. I survived this goddamn pandemic. Thank you, Theodore. And business is good. It's still not as good as pre-pandemic levels, but the last 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks has been like amazing. And I don't want to ask God for it to stay that way, right? I don't pray for shit. I make shit happen. But we have been fucking killing it. We have been fucking killing it. And it has been incredible. It's been an incredible couple of weeks. Incredible 3 or 4 weeks. I want to read some notes to you guys, okay? And then we can maybe talk about some questions from them and stuff. Daniel, you've got like when one guy says I'm broke, you have to block the beggars. Seriously, same thing with you, Lisa. We want only positivity. You know what I mean? I'm trying to grow a community here. I wonder if any of you here come and watch me every week live, but I'm really trying to build a community here, and I don't want people here who don't want to be part of the community, and that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to build a community here. Nobody thought that I would be 26 episodes in, but I made some notes that I want to read to you guys. It's not that much, right? We can talk about it. So last week was a learning experience for me here on the podcast. I don't think I'm ever going to. I'm not given elongate. I'm never going to give an elongated question and answer session, because last week was fast. All right, I want to interact with you guys. I genuinely want to interact with you guys. But I gave a much shorter monologue last week, and then I gave you guys half an hour for questions, and there were so many viewers, and nobody asked anything. So I better do what's just best, which is stop non-talk, which is to stop, just non-talk, stop, right? Don't you think that's best? I want to give you a quick update on Serena. She was stuck in a typhoon. She went to the Philippines for a week on a diving trip with her schoolmates. There were 75 kids and 5 teachers. They couldn't come back. They were stuck at the resort for days and days and days. My wife has a cousin who's very high up in government. My wife's cousin called the president's office and arranged a rescue, and Serena is now back home. Not on time, but not the full week later. They managed to find a flight that they managed to get across the strait. They managed to get buses to Manila, buses to the Strait, whatever the fuck they managed. Okay. Now, I let my wife handle it because my guy, Miggs, who's the Senate Majority Leader in the Philippines, remember, I made him a morning suit, a tail suit, because he was going to get the award from the Emperor of Japan. So he was still in Japan. So I spoke to him when he was leaving Tokyo. He said, I'm going back to Manila now. Let me know if I can do anything. I said, look, my wife's contacts have got it under control. And this is what I tell you, right? If you have friends, okay, and you're giving time to them, right? Are you getting value? Are you getting education? Are you getting something from them? If not, you need to shed these friends. You need to focus on yourself, build yourself, okay? And you need to just hang with CR7 level people. that can get shit done for you. Someone's my friend, someone wants something done, I can get something done like that. People know that about me. I had a conversation with someone last week based on a conversation I had someone week before. One is a new sort of friend of mine, not close. One is an old sort of acquaintance of mine. And I told this guy, I would shut it. It, it confuses me. It makes, why would someone go against me here in my community? Why would someone go against me here in Hong Kong? Someone close to me and stuff. Wouldn't I be the guy that you would want to be friends with, right? The achiever, the overachiever, the magical achiever, the guy who gets shits done, the guy who succeeds, the guy who works hard every day. Wouldn't you want to have me as a friend? Am I not a CR7 level friend? Not that I want friends, not that I want to help people, right? But I encountered a situation speaking with a gentleman that I've known for many, many years, maybe going back 4 decades, and he was very hostile to me, extremely hostile to me for no reason. So I was chatting with a buddy of mine, and I explained to my wife what happened, and I wasn't hostile back. And I explained to a buddy of mine, and I said that I don't know. I would think that, why would you want to shed me as a friend? Why would you want to be hostile towards me and stuff, right? It doesn't make any sense. The only time I get hostile is like if I'm in line for pizza and some fucking fuck cuts a fucking line when I'm with my kids. And I just tell the fucking guy, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? I'm fucking here first. Get the fuck out. You know what I mean? It's very rare that I get hostile. I just get hostile when it comes to people who are not, who are like rude, obnoxious and stuff, right? So I wonder why someone would want to shed me as a friend. It doesn't make any sense. But Serena is back as a network. My father will never help. He has so many contacts. He wants to use all his 9 lives, all his favors for himself. I've been in trouble in the past before as a justice peace. I've been in trouble in the past before I had children and stuff. You know what I mean? And my dad didn't want to help me. He didn't want to use his contacts to help me at all, ever. Okay? My dad's a great guy. He tries to help me behind the scenes. But the actual physical stuff, right? The imaginary physical stuff that he has to try and help me, he will not use. He wants to only use that for himself. Okay? That's how he is. Me, and my staff all see that, right? Me, for my son, for my children, I'll do anything. Anything I have in my power to do for my kids, I will do it. We've spoken about this before in different angles, right? I've been interviewed so many times before, especially by that aggressive woman. You know what I mean? That do you think I'm enabling my kids? How many times am I going to say this? I've said this in another podcast before, but you know what I mean? Asked in a good way. God gave me 3 children. Okay? They are my responsibility. Of course I'm going to fucking enable them. You think I'm fucking stupid? We are not birds here. We don't throw the fucking bird out of the nest and hope he flies. But the mothers throw the birds because they know they're going to fly. They've been feeding them for a while, right? I don't do stuff like that. I don't do stuff like that. You know what I mean? My job is to enable my children, to provide them weapons, tools, power. You know what I mean? Aura, pride, respect. I love my kids unconditionally. I don't need anything back from my children. I have to accept that they are, who they want to be. I cannot make them me, nor do I want them to be me. I don't want them to be the big bad me. I mean, I'm not carrying shit around, right? These, psychologists, white idiots from America, think they can analyze me and stuff, say that I'm scarred by my past. You don't know my past. I'm not carrying shit with me. You've got to be kidding with me. I'm free, bro. Look how skinny I am. Do you think anything weighs on me? But I'm scarred. But those scars, you use those scars to your advantage. Okay? You use your scars to your advantage, to be smart, to be somebody, to be aggressive, to be courageous, to be proud. I don't carry my scars with me. I don't carry my burden with me. I couldn't give a fuck. I don't hold on to anything bad that's happened in my life. I use it as petrol. I use it as fuel to move forward. Okay? I don't use it to become smarter. I don't use it to become colder. I don't close myself up. Woman breaks my heart. I like romance. I'll go into another relationship. Another woman break my heart. I've had my heart broken so many times, but I like romance. I go into if I like a woman, I go all in. Okay. I need to be with a beautiful woman. Okay. Very, very, very beautiful. Otherwise, it doesn't work for me. You know what I'm saying? And stuff. Then she needs to be extremely intelligent as well. Right? Otherwise, I can't talk to her. I consider myself intelligent. I don't consider myself super smart. But I'm not some dumb fuck. Right? But it doesn't matter how many times I've been hurt in my life, how many breakups I've gone through with women and stuff. Right? I'm scarred by them. But I make the same mistakes again. I make the same mistakes again because I go all in. And I think I spoke previously, right? Ultimately, when I'm in relationships, what's always happened is that this is my analysis because I see the women who they got married to now and the lives that they live. Okay. And the husbands are fucking losers with bellies. I mean, their fucking husbands have guts like I've never seen before. I mean, yes, they're paid. And yes, the women are still gorgeous. Obviously, I dated them. Right. And yes, obviously, the husbands are providing them with stuff, but they're not famous. They're not famous like I am. They're not famous like my wife is. They're not famous like my kids are. They're not recognizable. They're not in the news. They're not on TV. You understand what I'm saying? So I always told you before that, women fall for me because of that aura, right? And then when they're in the relationship with me, for some reason that aura bothers them. It's not me, it's not my ego. When I'm in a relationship with women, I'm a very giving person. I want to give. Now, I mean, I have to be very crude if I explain to you, but first of all, I'm very old school. If a woman is giving herself to me, right? If she's giving herself to me, she's my responsibility, bro. If a woman is letting me do things to her, you know what I mean? She's my responsibility, bro. Right? So I'm a giver and I'll get hurt over and over and over again. I'm not going to learn from that. I'm not going to learn from that. If I want to be in a relationship with a woman, I will give, continuously give. And that is the story of my life from my first ever relationship. So it's not all about, oh, idiot, you didn't learn from your mistakes. It's no, you're the fucking idiot. Why don't you stop judging me? Okay? Just enjoy the content. If you don't enjoy the content, you can switch off. You know what I'm saying? If you don't enjoy the content, you can switch off, right? But if you do enjoy the content, stay, enjoy yourself. You might learn something, really. And I'm always going to be transparent with you guys. And I'm always going to be honest with you guys. And whilst we're on this topic, I've said it, I'll say it again. You beautiful woman with, rich husbands whose guts are sticking out, you know what I mean? That is them cheating on you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my wife knows about the woman I've dated to a certain extent, but how? She's not going to know the woman that I dated when I lived in New York. She's not going to know the woman that I dated when I lived in London and stuff, right? And what's the point of telling her about everything? And we've been together a very long time, and stuff. And I don't even remember who I told her what about, and so forth, right? But what does it matter? What matters is that she does what she does, and I do what I do, so I can provide her with the tools for her to do what she does, and that's pretty much it. You will realize that when you're in a long-term relationship, and especially when you have children and stuff, it becomes more of a partnership, like a working arrangement. Okay? Intimacy levels go down, love levels go down. Not for everybody, but overwhelming they do. But you have to work hard to be together. You have to be accepting to be together. And if you have children, then you owe them stuff. And I'm a child of divorce, right? My parents split when I was 11 and stuff. So, you're going to fight. The longer you're together, you're going to fight. That's part of life. But your strength is not running away and getting out of a relationship, especially if you have children. Okay? Your strength is making it work, being strong, giving respect back to God for blessing you with children, and making these children grow up. And that's that. Tell me why I'm a Gandu, you son of a whore. Son of a whore comes on and insults me. Tell me why. Tell me why I'm a Gandu. Son of a whore comes on and insults me. Last Sunday, it was only me, Rian, and Saloni for lunch, and they were fans galore wherever we went. Fans on the street, fans at very high-end restaurants, fans everywhere, whether fans of Sam Taylor, fans of Roshan, fans of Karma. It was fans galore. And then we spent the whole time at this third boutique of Jonathan's. Jonathan has 6 boutiques of the New Black Optical. So I start in content for my stuff. Rian started in content for his stuff. And you will be seeing that content soon. And I hope you will support that content. You know what I mean? It would be great for me. Now, Serena getting stranded in the Philippines, I thought it was a great learning experience for her. Because they ran out of food, they ran out of staff, they ran out of everything. They were pretty fucked for a few days. And so forth. And yes, we were worried about her. But we also knew the school was handling this. This is a major school that we vested in. Okay? Saeed, you have a problem with me? You have a problem with me? Then fuck off, right? You have a problem with me, Saeed? I post long content format everywhere, every day. Saeed, answer me. You have a fucking problem with me? I've got a whole bunch of Indians from somewhere suddenly, hating on me. Danielle, you helping me with this? And so I thought it was a great learning experience for her. And we were very, very calm. Serena kept telling her mother, fly out and get me. And we just said, just see it through. Just see it through. It's a great, great experience for you to be stranded like this. Okay? Because we live an amazing lifestyle here. You know what I'm saying? An amazing lifestyle. I provide them with an amazing lifestyle. I mean, Hong Kong is so vibrant, so safe, so densely populated, so many super eats here, shopping galore everywhere. You know what I mean? Infrastructure, safety. Jesus fucking Christ. What a fucking place to live. You know what I'm saying? What a fucking place to live. Pristine fucking place. You've all got to visit Hong Kong. You've all got to visit Hong Kong. You're fucking missing out here. This place is rock and roller. Last Sunday, I woke up at 4 a.m. and right now, starting as last Sunday, I'm the heaviest and fattest I've ever been, and that's the truth. I'm over 80 kg. I cannot diet anymore. I haven't been dieting. You know what I mean? I ate sweets through Diwali, and I'm just eating desserts every night. I'm eating carbs and everything. I've lost control. I'm above 10% body fat. I'm not in single-digit body fat and stuff. And, I'm thinking about all day, but I'm not beating myself up about it. And I do have some good days, but mainly bad days. You know what I'm saying? My only hope is, like I do every year, is I rebuild my body when it comes down to pool season. I come down to single-digit body fat. You know what I mean? And pool season is far, far away now. But trust me, for me, I'm in the shittest shape I've been in, gosh, I can't remember. You know what I mean? Since 2018. No, I was in 2017, 16, 15. Let's go back to that. Probably in the worst shape since I was in 2015. But you got to keep working at it. Okay, even if you have a bad diet, you just keep thinking about it. You know what I mean? Try and get the workouts in. It's just part of life. You know what I mean? I started Monday morning with a live stream. Okay, the clients chose the date. All right, you should watch my Monday morning monologue, which was awful. Okay, so the client chose the date, and then I had a staff meeting, and I said the client's chosen this date for this live stream, and I said, what's best for you where you're all going to be here? So they all chatted and they changed the date. Okay. The client had chosen the date of Tuesday. The staff preferred Monday. So I asked the client, can we do Monday my time? He said, yes, no problem. It was a split screen. So the father in DC, you can watch this. This is on my Insta feed. This is on my YouTube. It was a great consultation. Split screen. So the father was in DC and the son was in New York. And even though the staff chose, none of them showed up. I couldn't even start. And then I started so understaffed. I had no manpower. And I had to turn away 2 walk-in customers. Can you believe that? And they never came back. And you ask me all the time post-pandemic, why have I stopped live streaming on a daily basis? It's because I don't know what arrangement my staff have with my 2 awful anchors, my father and my uncle, holding me back. Okay? We're just holding me back. That staff can come so late. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? How can staff come so late? It was just fucking awful when they agreed to this. So anyways, it's a great live stream consultation. I am a fucking genius. I'm so fucking charming and I'm so fucking good at what I do. That doesn't mean I'm good at everything. You can call me arrogant, you can call me narcissistic. I'm not good at all the shit that the kids have to do at school, filling out forms, choosing subjects, this, that. I just fucking pay. I told my wife, you analyze this, you like this shit, this is your job. I'll pay for it. And I appreciate you for it. I'm just good at what I do. I'm not just good, I'm the best. I'm the number one in the world. And why shouldn't I say that? Cristiano says it. He believes it. And I believe it. So I focus on what I do. And yes, you do need help. Cristiano cannot play one man against 11, right? It doesn't work that way. He needs teammates. And my teammates continuously let me down. They undermine me. And I think that I genuinely believe in those in the community who have been with me for a long time, right? We had an amazing community during live streaming for 3 years during the pandemic, and I'm trying to rebuild it through the podcast. It will be different, right? But I think my father and uncle purposely, I know my father and uncle purposely undermine me. They just don't want me to succeed. And I succeed so much. And they keep beating me down. I had a conversation with my dad yesterday and a couple of days before, but a serious with him. And yesterday I said, I'm too old. You guys can't bully me anymore. It's just ridiculous. Stop spamming or we'll block you. I did another live stream Wednesday morning to Los Angeles. Okay. And, it was designing an amazing suit, and it makes you realize, the icons presidents can be. And you can hate on presidents as much as you want, but they can also be fashion icons. President Kennedy, JFK, till today is a fashion icon. I make Kennedy suits all the time. President Obama, fashion icon after that beige suit. I'm going to have to block you because you keep spamming. I apologize. I just told you don't spam. That beige suit so many people want. And now President Trump is an icon. Whether you hate him or not, whether he's fat or not, whether he's old or not, or whatever it may be, right? Okay? He's an icon. Watch Wednesday's live stream. And I'm creating a President Trump suit. And I have President Trump on my wall with my father. And I have President Obama, I have both President Bush's on the wall with me. I have President Clinton on the wall with me. I worked with three American presidents. My father's worked with many more. It's incredible what we've achieved here at Sam Taylor. And we're going to continue to achieve. And you're making a mistake by not choosing us. Okay? Don't let my arrogance, your perceived arrogance of me in a personal landscape, okay, put you off. Okay? Understand that this is all petrol for me to make myself the best possible person to look after my clients and deliver and make them so happy. So trust me, when you want a suit, you come to me, and you don't have to visit Hong Kong. I successfully make suits. The Wednesday live stream, the gentleman I've never met in my life, and it's the fourth time, my fourth project with him. The Monday lifetime, the son, I've never met him. The father I've met in Hong Kong before, but I've done these 2 split screen live streams in the last 6 months. Okay. And if we take Danielle here on TikTok, nearly 30 outfits, never met her, all done by live stream. We take Lisa here on Instagram, nearly 20 outfits. I've never ever met her, and so forth in person. So I am who I am because I have purpose. I am who I am. I have a purpose to serve. I am who I am because I have an agenda to serve. I am who I am because I have a purpose and an agenda to achieve. So you can say anything you want about me, right? But it's a misinterpretation. All right? You are not a psychologist. And even if you are, you're wrong. People can be wrong. And you're wrong. Everything about me is petrol to succeed. Okay? I need to succeed. I've said it over and over again. I have heritage, legacy to adhere to, family, staff to pay for. It's tough. You know what I mean? And I'm getting fed up. I'm so fed up because I work so much. You know what I mean? I'm bullied by my bosses. I'm undermined by them. I'm not getting enough respect by my staff. And, I'm tired. I'm tired of working so hard all the time, not getting the respect that I deserve. Not getting, I never fished for compliments before, but now I think I need them. And if I keep getting bullied like this, if I keep getting disrespected like this by my staff, by my bosses, then eventually I'm going to leave. You know what I mean? You can't just keep bullying me like this. I'll talk to all of you at the end, okay? You know what I mean? These guys got to start respecting me. You know what I'm saying? They can't keep bullying me. Because I'm done. You know, it's too many years. In 2004, I left. I quit. And I went to the United States for 5 weeks sabbatical. And that was only 4 or 5 years into working. But my father bullied me so much. I stayed with my aunt there. He's my dad's sister. I spoke to my uncle. I said, I can't take the bullying. They encouraged me to come back. I was gone for 5 weeks. I came back. And the bullying started within days. I got married. No change. I was very heavy under this bullying. But I still worked very hard. And then once Serena was born, I told you. You know what I mean? I've said this before. I said, if my father can't groom me, I need to be my own man. And I broke out as a star. And here I am today. And you know, I continue to try to evolve slowly. And that's just me. Had to collaborate, you know, had a very close friend that we've decided to spend some time apart now, who told me, I think I touched on this, that, you know, my antics are scaring away customers. My antics are only getting me followers and fans, but are scaring away customers. My antics are losing me sponsors. I did another collaboration with Art Friedland this week. I did a collaboration with the Gaylord restaurant this week. I've told you about the amount of clients that I've had in the last few weeks from all the different countries. I've gotten to teach my kids even more these last couple of weeks of how to engage with people. I really want you to all come to Hong Kong, okay? I think it would be amazing, all right? Hong Kong is just an incredible place to be in, okay? Right now, it is booming, okay? You've got to come and visit, really. So this week, the total number, we're a city of 7.5 million, okay? Just remember that, okay? We're a city of 7.5 million. This week, the total number of registered businesses, registered companies in Hong Kong hit a record of 1.5 million. All right. So even if you discount a whole bunch of them as being like shelf companies and stuff, we still hit a huge record. Okay. And the number of non-Hong Kong companies hit a record as well. 15,000. Now, these are real entities. Okay. So these are 15,000 foreign companies registered and set up in Hong Kong. All right. That's a huge number. We're a city of 7.5 million people. Look at the stats of where you live. I don't think that you're going to compare. Now, that's not a diss on you. Okay. That's not a diss on you. I'm just telling you, come here and you will realize what an incredible fucking city we live in. You know what I mean? If you've got vacation time coming up, come here. If you've got vacation time coming up, reach out to me. And, you know, I will give you advice on where to stay, okay? And when to come. All right? Don't blow your vacation someplace else. This place is absolutely murdering. I've already talked about stock market in previous weeks. I've already talked about property prices in previous weeks. And I've already talked about IPOs in previous weeks. But every week something is happening here that is just amazing. Same person told me that, you know, I'm scaring for every 5 followers I gain, I'm scaring with 1,000 clients. I had another celebrity in this week. I had James McDonald in. He bought 3 suits. You know who's James McDonald? James McDonald is the #1 jockey in the world and the world champion jockey. Okay. And he came in. You know, I had Rian shoot photos. Please all go follow at Roshan Melwani. You can unfollow it later. Okay, or at least go and give him some love on. He's only got a few posts. He's a kid. He's 13 years old. At Roshan Melwani, at ARIAANMELWANI on Insta. Dan and Lisa, can you type that out on the 3 platforms that we're streaming on? Please go give my son some love. I don't need any love. And, you know, Rian had a great picture with him. Now, listen to this. When I tell you shed your friends and only hang on to CR7 level friends, this is a great story. I posted, so Rian posted a photo of him and James measuring tape. And Rian's like as tall as James. Okay. It's crazy. Within 60 minutes, okay, one of the Chinese racing newspapers picked it up. They reposted Rihanna's Insta post. I didn't even know this till way later. And they ripped it and posted it on their Facebook. So do you understand how much coverage Rihanna and Sam Taylor and myself, based on the article that they wrote, got just like that? So those who say I'm dead, I mean, just say I'm dead, the more, it just seems to me that the more scorn that's poured upon me, right, locally and globally, okay, the more scorn that is poured on me locally and globally in the media by people, the more I seem to achieve and grow. So bring it on. I mean, bring on the scorn. Just bring it on. Because, I mean, it's petrol. It's working. You know, I always wondered, okay, before I got married, right? I was like, oh my God, my dad's introducing me to all these celebrities. We go out and eat with all these celebrities. I'm on TV with my dad all the time, right? This is before I got married, before I had kids. Am I ever going to be able to do this for my children? And fuck, have I done it? Okay, who have my kids not met? They've met Sigourney Weaver. They've met Dina Von Teese. They've met, who's the gladiator? Tell me who's the gladiator, guys. Guys, the gladiator. The gladiator, come on. Somebody tell me who's the gladiator. Can't remember his name off the top of my head. Are you guys all that stupid? They met the gladiator. They met Alan Shearer. They met Les Ferdinand, Matt Letitia. They met David Dobrik. They met Russell Crowe. That's the gladiator, right? I mean, it's crazy. And the list goes on. Imagine Dragons. They've dined with celebrities. You know what I mean? Both here and abroad. I mean, it is just incredible. And I used to think this to myself, oh my God, my dad has made me dine and interact with celebrities and be on TV as a child for so long, as a teen, as a 20-something. Would I ever be able to do this with my children? And boom, I made it happen with my kids. I made it happen. Boom. You know what I mean? This kind of shit is important to me, man. You know what I mean? Like living up to my father is important to me and stuff. Will I get his blessings? Will I get his approval? Will I get his compliments? No, he's a bastard. You can, he knows it. All the staff knows it. My wife knows it. My real mom knows it. My sisters know it. My uncle knows it. My aunt knows it. They just say, yeah, but look how much he pays you. Look how much he pays you. Look how much he pays you. Right? Look how much he's done for you. Of course he's done something for me. Of course I'm his fucking son. I don't understand this thing. Of course you have to do things for your kids. Then why bring kids in this world? But he really is a number one asshole right now. He doesn't compliment me on anything I do. He hides all his dealings. Anybody who I bring to the shop, anyone famous I bring to the shop, I give him the respect. I introduce them to him. So I always thought to myself, am I going to achieve this? And immediately I achieved it because I wanted to achieve it. My wife, throughout the time we've been together, okay, from day one, has met so many celebrities. From day one, the first month of marriage, we worked with this show that was in Hong Kong. I can't remember what the show was called. Heroes, an American show. Remember the show called Heroes? These guys had special powers. There's one fat white guy. There was one little chubby Chinese guy, one gorgeous white woman. And so we met all of them working. There was a sexy Indian guy who went to the after party with them and stuff. You know what I mean? This was a network show on one of your American networks, and so forth. You know what I mean? I've done it from day one. Day one, I managed to get my wife and my children to interact with celebrities. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I want to achieve, whatever my dad has achieved, I got to achieve as well, and then and stuff. I'm going to read you something that I wrote, okay? This week. In this current world, I'm told, I don't even know what the fuck I wrote in garbage notes. Yeah, I'm told that people don't interact enough. I read all these articles and watch all these videos, okay? In The Economist, in The Independent, all sorts of things, okay? Everything. And I'm told people don't interact enough, that they spend most of their time on screen. Can this possibly be true? You know what I mean? Can it actually possibly be true? Because I can't understand it. You know what I mean? How can people not be interacting? I spend a lot of time on screen. a lot of time on screen, right? Look here on the screen with you, right? I post so many videos, right? I spend a lot of time on screen. But I'm blessed because every hour on the hour, I meet somebody new and I interact with them. That's a client walking into my store and I get to know them and they get to know me and we converse and we gel. Okay? I'm very, 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 very blessed. But I've created this for myself. Like if you look at my staff, they just take the order, they talk a little bit, and then when the order's done, they back off. If the client comes for fitting, they'll stand by their side while I lead, this, that. Some of them, and the interaction is mainly about the clothes. Okay? But my interaction is about everything. I've created this for myself, though. I've created this for myself. I do this all day, every hour with someone new. What is TikTok telling me that I'm streaming for too long? Crazy guys. I'm right here. I'm no fucking bot. I'm blessed to engage with everyone. Every single a new person every hour on the hour. But I've created that for myself. I've created this dynamic business. Can you understand that? I've created this dynamic business for myself. I've created this dynamic business, fueling it with clients. Okay? How did I buy $1 million fucking a car? How did I buy a fucking 5-time winning racehorse? Okay? How do I have 3 kids in private school? I've created this dynamic. I've created this dynamic business. I've created this dynamic business, fueling it with clients that I take on an experience-based journey, which ends with a product as well that is absolutely unique. Let me say that again. I've created this for myself. I've created this dynamic for myself. I've created this dynamic business for myself. I've created this dynamic business by fueling it with clients that I take on an experience-based journey, which ends up with a product as well. A product that's absolutely unique. You come, you pay, you spend time, you learn. I learn about you. I create something. You take something away that you absolutely love. And it's far cheaper than anywhere else in the world. I guarantee you that. And that is why I am uber successful. And that is why I'm still here. And that is why there is no bro fell off. Okay? What I do is so fulfilling because I'm creating unique stuff. I'm constantly chatting with people on a very personal level, opening them up, enticing them to open up to me. It makes it so that I don't need a social life. I really don't. Because I talk to people all day, every day. I don't need a social life. And it's fucking amazing. I cannot even explain to you how fucking amazing it is. I don't need to go out and say, oh, I need a drink. I spent 17 hours in a computer or 7 hours in a computer. You know what I mean? It is fucking fulfilling. Like a motherfucking bitch. You know what I mean? But I've created this for myself. I've built this for myself. And then I read all these reports and I watch all these YouTube clips and I see it on the news that people are not interacting with another. And right now, young people, middle people, like 20s to 30s, are doing the least interaction with another in the history of the globe. I'm saying to myself, how is it possible? Kids are in school from 3 to 18, right? Age 3 to 18, age 3 to 22 maybe. So how the fuck do they suddenly stop interacting? I'm not doubting these supposed facts. This is a question for you guys now. Guys, I need a piss break desperately. So someone needs to come take over. So how is it if kids are in school from 3 to 16, 3 to 18, 3 to 22? See, nobody will come for me, even though they hear me. Somebody come and sit for me. I just need a piss. How are these news reports everywhere saying people are not interacting? What's happened? What's happened when they leave school? How are they not interacting? I'm not doubting the facts, a dispute. I'm genuinely asking how does it. Anybody can let me have a piss? Tarzan, meet us, Lovejeet? I mean, I'm keen on talking with you guys, but I'm really holding my piss like a motherfucker right now. So can someone tell me how people are not interacting? Will you sit down and talk? Why? I really need to piss. But you have to sit and talk to them and answer their questions. No, you have to sit and answer questions. Where's Mira? Sit down and answer the questions. I'll only be 1 second. You're wasting more time. Sit down. They'll just ask you, is Roshan... Sit.
I will sit.
No, I don't believe you.
Promise, I promise.
You're lying to me.
No, I promise you.
Just sit there. Like a watchman. For 1 minute. Answer their question. Introduce yourself.
Hi, Lisa.
बिल्ली कहाँ गई बिल्ली काली बिल्ली
पता नहीं बाहर गया होगा
नहीं आता
maybe outside thanks Daniel hi Lisa
Did you help me?
Yep.
What did they ask you?
nothing
Give me that chai banana. Do packet with almond milk. Was that okay? So I left you off by saying that, I'm extremely privileged because I built this amazing dynamic business where I'm involved and speaking to clients all day, every hour on the hour, more than anything. And then I don't need friends. I don't need a social life. I don't need to grab a drink. I just want to be home with my kids, right? And I hear that, people are interacting less and less. And my question is, how are they possibly interacting less and less? They go to school from age 3 to 16. Right, at least 5 to 16, 6 to 16, 3 to 18, 3 to 22, whatever you want to call it, right? So I'm asking you this. Can you answer me? Why does nobody want to answer when I ask a question, right? How is it possible? I'm genuinely asking, how am I seeing all these reports on major news channels? How am I seeing these in-depth reports on YouTube? How am I reading in the newspapers that people are not interacting with each other? We've got generations that are not interacting with each other, young generations. Is it true? Because I can't believe how it's happened. So if everyone wants to answer me, I will happily take your answer. Phones are the main killer. I have 3 phones, brother. I have 3 phones, iPad, and laptop, bro. So how? Explain to me. That's not an answer. I'm not criticizing you. I'm genuinely trying to learn from you guys. You know what I mean? I'm very open to anything. Okay? Look, I'll tell you something about me. I have never used a food delivery app in my life. I don't even know what one looks like. They're not downloaded in my phone. I've never ordered takeout. Okay? My takeout days ended pre-marriage. Okay? And those days, there was no food app. You'd call someone up for delivery. Mainly you'd have to send people to pick up stuff. Okay? Maybe it's because they don't need to socialize anymore because staying inside and gaming is more fun. But what about work and school? I don't get it. They sit on their phones all day and don't interact with each other. How do they make money? They have their own friend groups. How? Why don't people interact in school with their fellow classmates? Why is it happening at a high percentage in past decades? I'm not getting real answers here. I've never used a food delivery app. I don't know what it looks like. I've never used Food Panda, Deliveroo, whatever the fuck. Kids in school are still interacting, but 20, 30 interacting in person as much at all. They're losing the ability to interact. How? They have jobs. So how are they not interacting? I mean, I find these genuine reports supposedly very hard to believe. It's never going to happen with my children. How is it climbing at an alarming rate? Doesn't make any sense. I just go to work and I meet so many people, and it's just been incredible. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Molai? Okay. Kablooey, I've just given you some power. Tell me more, pack of drinks. Tell me more. Well, I've never used a food app in my entire life. My kids all use them. Rian doesn't have them. The girls have them. Serena uses it all the time. I don't know why the fuck anyone would want to order food from outside. I only eat healthy food at home. Okay? I only eat healthy food at home. And I don't know why the fuck people would order shit from outside. Doesn't make any sense. Absolutely doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm going to have this conversation with you guys now. I'm going to tell you a couple of things, great things, and I'm going to answer your questions, okay? Number one, a Hungarian professor who won the Nobel Prize for Physics in 2023 is now working at Hong Kong University. Another great reason to come to Hong Kong. We're killing it here. And number two, big news for you, and I've got more big news for you next week. I promise you that. Oh, I printed something. What you did, Tarzan? Oh, no, I got it. Number two, I have been retained to work on the outfits for Alan Shearer's daughter's wedding. Can you imagine how that makes me feel? Alan Shearer, the greatest striker in the history of Premiership, is already my client. I've been retained by him to work on the outfits for his daughter's wedding. So that's another huge bit of news. And lastly, look, the government just produced this poster. I'm a bit cut off because of the printout. This man is running for LegCo, which is our Congress, what do you guys call it in the United Kingdom? Your MPs. His name is Dominic. And he went ahead and put Regina Ip, who's the most distinctive Chinese person, recognizable person in politics in Hong Kong. Put Alan Zeman, who's the most distinctive white person in politics in Hong Kong. And they chose me as the Indian face. That is unfucking believable. And this came out of the blue. And I told you I will always achieve. Believe in me. Join me. Listen to me. Be there for me. Be there for me. I will always achieve. And I have more stuff coming out. So now, ladies and gentlemen, if it's non-farcical, I'm done with my very long monologue today. 75 minutes. I will answer your questions. Shearer is definitely better than Rooney. It's a pretty silly comment. That's not a question. Are we talking about anything? Huge win. Of course, pack of drinks. I appreciate it. You said something earlier that I wanted you to expand on. Thank you, Danielle. My favorite Italian restaurant in Hong Kong is La Taverna. Alex, do you know Hong Kong well? I don't look like a Jay Dave gun. I'm sorry. You're wrong. William McDaddy, are you still there? I appreciate you. Hey, everybody follow me on YouTube. Everybody follow me on TikTok. Everybody follow me on Instagram and everybody follow me on X, Snapchat, and LinkedIn. Add me on LinkedIn. LinkedIn's the best platform ever. Okay. Because I get banned all the time. You still with me, Will McDaddy? I live stream all the time. Chris from Florida, are you there? SMK6650, are you there? Danielle and Lisa, thank you so much for helping me always. Alex, I appreciate you following me on all platforms. X is probably best because I'll never get banned on X thanks to Elon Musk, right? He's brilliant. Yeah, I mean, you can say that, but I'm just saying that if people feel they're not interacting, they should just fucking interact. I don't know what the fuck is going on. There's nothing we can't overcome. I'm totally with you. I'm living proof of that, guys. Those who know me from the beginning know there's nothing I can't overcome. You know what I mean? I keep killing it. I kill it every single time. You know what I mean? I appreciate all of you. Today, you guys have been amazing. Last week, you were awful. I'm not saying that it was you guys that are here last week, but you've been amazing. I'm at you. Give me quick fire questions, okay? I need quick fire questions. I will answer them all. Favorite music artist is John Bon Jovi. Rian is killing it. Please go and follow at Roshan Melwani, RIAAN MELWANI on Instagram. Believe me. 3 things I can't live without. It's tough, right? I can't. It's going to be 4. My wife and my 3 children. It's going to be 5. My father. It's easy to obtain residency in Hong Kong. No issues. Tips to be successful like me. You're not going to like it. Nobody likes the tips. Grind. You have to work so hard. That means hours. That means constant work. These are types of questions that I like. You got to grind. I like cricket. Do I watch it? I only watch test matches. Okay, that involved India, Australia, and England. I absolutely love my top. I've had this top since the kids were born. Bro, there's hard times morning, noon, and night. Please introduce yourself. PKRMCC. You know, the respectful thing to do is, hi, Roshan. I am Tom. I am a male. I live in England, and I'm 26 years old. Let's do that. Let's build the community properly, guys. Let's be nice. Let's be the community that does it well. Okay? I played a lot of soccer. Zeno, can you please introduce yourself? Din, I live in Hong Kong. Mason, I appreciate your compliment. My favorite cuisine by far is sushi. I fucking love sushi. I'm not hiring right now. I have a huge team. Liam, please introduce yourself. Guys, do it properly. Liam asks, am I delusional to aspire to be an individual like yourself? I don't know, Liam. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a career counselor, right? I can answer specific questions about me, okay? And I'm willing to be completely open to you guys, but I can answer specific questions about me. Favorite kind of sushi? All sushi. I like whitefish. I don't like mackerel and stuff. I really wish you guys would introduce yourself whilst asking the question so I could get to know you. If the questions run dry, I'm out. Where are you based in? Favorite sport? Cricket? Soccer? If we don't get a condo going by the time I finish my cup of tea, I'm shutting down. Mason, if you're in Hong Kong, why haven't you come to buy a suit from me? You guys were chatting away during the monologue. Now you have nothing to say. It's so odd. Do I look British to you? Hello, Thomas. My suit started 1,000 sterling. I've watched so much American football, even in person. I've been to so many American football games in the United States. Derek from the United States. I do not drink alcohol. When I did drink alcohol, I was a big whiskey drinker. Bro, legend goes, I want these 2 fuckers out. Seriously. I was born in Hong Kong. You know, I have money, but I don't know if I want to burn money going to the World Cup. You know what I'm saying? I need 4 working days if you're in Hong Kong. If we can do it by mail, it'll be less than a couple of weeks. I would advise you don't get into tailoring business. Very, very difficult. Please come buy a suit from me. Send me your measurements through the measuring chart on my website. I can make you something amazing. You have to buy a suit for that stuff. This cup has got one last sip. I speak Cantonese, not Mandarin. Okay, the first thing to go is going to be Instagram. And if you want, jump onto YouTube and TikTok if you want more questions. I keep my finger on changing styles by constantly walking through the high-end shopping malls that we have in Hong Kong on Sundays. and looking at all the big designer boutiques such as Tom Ford, Brioni, Al, and looking at all the suits. You can wear brown dress shoes with a black suit, no problem. That's totally fine. I'm pretty successful in the suits business. I'm more than a 12. I don't care who wins the Ashes. No, I don't collaborate with anybody in my line of business, let alone cobblers. But that doesn't mean I don't want to. So if that's something you want to make happen for me, you can. Yeah, Cantonese, Sindhi, Hindi, English. Three-piece suit is 1,300 sterling. I don't worry about anything. I worry that if I cross the road, I'm not looking, someone's going to die. So you can expand on that question, and I can give you a more specific answer. But hey, my marketing strategy works. I have a blanket marketing strategy. I post daily on every single platform. Everywhere I go, people stop me and compliment me and tell me how much I love my videos. Happened to me last night after dinner. We got down the building from dinner. One woman stopped me, told me how much she loved me. I turned the corner. I'm talking about not even 60 seconds, right? And a journalist grabs me and tells me how much he admires me. And he goes on and on. He goes, I love the way you don't give in to the hate. I love the way you don't give in to the hate. I love the way you handle the comments and stuff. I can speak Hindi, yes. Most expensive suit I made is 10,000 US dollars. I've lived in New York for 3 years, London for 1 year, the rest of my life in Hong Kong. Hi, Nisha. I appreciate you. Where are you, Nisha? How old are you? Send me a DM if you're over 18. No, I mean, the stock market is volatile, right? I wish TikTok would unban me, but, you know, I mean, I've tried everything. Lawyers, the works, you know what I mean? I wrote them a schedule of, you know, me speaking in Dallas, me speaking in London, me working with presidents. They're just bastards. I don't look at how much I profit every month. That's my uncle's job. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care. My job is to entertain clients, make great clothes, make money for the company. So, you know what I'm saying? You can judge by my lifestyle how I'm doing, right? My whole life has been on social media, starting with the dawn of Facebook. I want to. I can partner with you, Fortune Preserver. If you've got a lot of money and you want to make this happen, great. I will tell you how I can fit myself in. I'm happy to do this, your bodice. It's all about you. I really want to build a community here with you guys. I take a very large salary. My salary is the highest. My glasses are by Regards from the New Black Optical. They're on Instagram at New Black Optical. Reach out to them and say, Sam Seal discount, please, and they'll give it to you. Maysoon, I appreciate you. I'm not sure about my kids facing hardship. I'm just there for my kids. I'll take the hardship. My job is to enable them. I take Valentino Armani any days, but both are garbage. Too expensive for nothing. I've done an oiled up video. Didn't get much views. I don't have an ideal type suit. My job is to bring people's vision to life. Okay, let me shut down Insta. So they're talking nonsense to me. And if they really want to talk, they can jump on. But a big shout out to Derek Yobatis. Yes, this is an Ed Hardy shirt. Okay, Insta's gone. So it's just you and me, YouTube and TikTok. If you want to partner up, I don't mind. But there's a way to make that work, Mason. If you have money, like millions, then you contact me. Otherwise, if it's just like a pipe dream, it's no point. I can't tell you my salary. I don't think that's a nice idea. I don't have a favorite colored suit. See, Daniel, this guy, I have had to block him. He's talking nonsense. Are you not reading what I'm reading? My uncle is my father's brother. This guy I need to block, right? Can you make a suit out of my nan's hair? I'm ready to franchise right now. I need to get rid of these two fuckers, right? The most beautiful t-shirts are my Ed Hardy ones. I'm answering everything, PT. Don't lie. Don't ever lie like that. I just said my uncle's my father's brother. They are unwilling to franchise, but now they're very old. If you want to do something, let's talk about it. But you need money. Don't talk to me about raising finance. Come to me with finance, and we'll do it. Because they're dicks, mother. They're really dicks. This is the watch that I'm wearing today. They're dicks that are stuck in their small world. How much is a bespoke start? You mean a suit? 1,000 sterling. How can my salary be less than 50,000 US? My monthly expense is I spend more than 50,000 US a month. I mean, we guys are living in different worlds. I've told you that. That doesn't mean that I disrespect you or you disrespect me, right? I'm just saying that we're living in different worlds. Danielle can tell you all about it. Everything I'm wearing, you can get a discount. When my dad and uncle are not around, they probably leave their business to their wife just to scorn me, right? They're just dicks. I don't know how to explain to you. You know what I mean? If you watch the live streams that we're working on clients, you can see what dicks they are when they're around. If you come to Hong Kong to the shop, you can see what dicks they are when they're around. Danielle, I sent you an invitation to collaborate previously, but you didn't accept it. So I won't bug you this time. Mother, where's your bakery business in the UK? A suit is 1,000 sterling, 1,000 sterling, not 100 sterling. I'm sorry to tell you. A suit is 1,000 sterling. I talked about the Hong Kong work environment. It's amazing. I hate working with my family. They're bastards. My family is not proud of me. My father and uncle, they're bastards. You don't know the name of currency? Just fuck off then, right? Fucking idiot you are. George, buddy, how are you? How is the clothing that I've made you? I haven't heard back from you in a long time. Is it Keenan or Kenan? Buddy, I appreciate your reply. Thank you so much. When you're next in Hong Kong, please visit my atelier. I'd love to meet you in person. Is it Keenan or Kenan? I don't care about the Epstein files. I'm not American. It's got nothing to do with me, to tell you, to be honest. Why should I care about something that has nothing to do with me? I've got enough on my plate. Look at this from a fan. Madhav, let me come and do some influencer work for you. Someone sent me a message, Angus Mac. Sam, I'm just listening into your live stream at the moment. I want to say it's so refreshing to hear the reality in what you are saying. As although I'm a 21-year-old student, I'm a student 21 years old, I can learn through you are saying, and honestly, romance is dead at the moment, so difficult to I don't understand what the fuck you're saying. Lacey, reach out. So this is what I get messages like this all the time. I don't always get video messages back. Angus, I appreciate your support, buddy. I'm very, very grateful to you. I hope you will purchase a suit from me. Angus, I appreciate your support. Hello, Los Angeles. Not really. Most of the clothing from films are shit, to tell you the truth. Okay? They're cheap pieces of shit put together by cheap pieces of shit and stuff. I don't really get any inspiration from it. No, you'll be able to afford me. You see, write me an email, and we'll figure it out. Madhav, I'll make it affordable. I promise you. If you want me, right, you need to believe in me, and you need to take a punt on me.
Is a completely unique business.
Okay? So, and I'll make it affordable. So you don't need to worry about shit like that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tom Ford suits are beautiful. So beautiful, but so expensive. Have you not seen my series From Vision to Life, where I take a photo from outside the shopping center of a Tom Ford suit and create it for a fraction of the price and make it look even better from more expensive material? This video is out. You've got to watch it on my Insta. It's on my TikTok as well, I believe. It's called From Vision to Life. Madhav, you send me an email, we can start planning for it. Do I have a celebrity crush, like a woman? Jessica Alba. This is my 26th year on the job. I can't watch farcical stuff like Suits. It's utter trash. It is trash beyond belief. I didn't watch a Eubank fight. No, I don't have time. I've done clothing for movies, yes. Prada suits are cool. The fabric is very tacky. The price is huge. Madhav, it's web@samstaylor.com. Let's talk there first. JDGC, buy a suit from me now. My favorite parts of London are Mayfair. You should ask my dad and uncle. Email them. taylor@samstaylor.com.hk. I sell online every single day, Send me your measurements or your size through the measurement chart on my website, and then I can make you something amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Watchman'S Hour with Roshan Melwani. I believe this is episode 26. Who the hell? I'm an extremely happy and angry person at the same time. I know it's difficult to comprehend, but it's the truth. The suits behind me, to be honest, are 3,000 sterling each. Can you believe it? Not including the shirt. I make boring corporate suits all day, every day. Don't worry. So what are we in? Episode 26? Hello, Soham. JDGC, we can work together by mail. I work with a lot of U.S. military personnel by mail always. I appreciate you, Madhav. Watch all my videos on Instagram. I would love to work with you, JDGC. Bro, if you have a solution in Vietnam that makes you happy, you go for it. My fabrics are all Italian. Vitali Barberis, Laura Piano, Xenia. I can make you the perfect black suit. Oh my God, better than anybody. Can't believe we made it to episode 26. Crazy, huh? Incredible. Yeah, so I was saying, Daniel, I won't bug you this time with collaboration requests. I bought a horse. That's it. I don't gamble. I don't go to the races. I don't look at the horses unless my horse runs. And that's it. Yes, send me your measurements through the measurement chart on my website. Then I can make you something amazing. Very, very simple. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Okay, I'm going to go now, guys. I appreciate you so much. God bless you. Have a great one. Let me end the stream. Get to 26 episodes here. I remember how much I was derided. I appreciate you, Robert. I make the best shit. Just follow me on